Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Crypto Scene Investigation, where we discuss various cryptocurrency projects and we ask ourselves, should we be investing in them? Today we're going to be looking at Smaugs NFT, Smaug, don't know how to pronounce it. If you guys like what I do on this channel, please consider liking and subscribing as well as commenting. I do have a Patreon. If you guys do want to join it, you can see it, me describing it at the end. If you want to make requests, please consider becoming an advocate. And also, I want to just make a brief announcement. I posted this 23 hours ago. What video length do you prefer CSI to make? And we have 6 votes, and all votes say 10 to 20 minutes. So I'm going to be taking that advice, and we're going to be trying to make this as short, sharp, and as sweet as possible. Smaugs NFTs. So we're not really going to be looking at price very much, but you can just have a look here. Cool. What are these guys? They're essentially a launchpad / NFT marketplace for DeFi, governance, and yeah, all that sort of jazz. But one thing about them is that they claim a pretty big thing. The world's first AI-powered marketplace, where you can sell your digital assets as NFT tokens in the digital world. I think that this is a bit of bollocks, to be honest, but we will see why. I feel like they kind of want to imitate the fact that it might be open source, it might not. So they have a GitHub, but they've only got like 2 things here. Like, I don't know, I don't really think that's open source. That's kind of, yeah, a bit sussy. We'll have a look at BSC scan. So when we have a look at some of the holders, what is amazing is that there's nobody that really has a huge amount of influence in terms of the actual holdings, right? I mean, we have Gate.io. Whether or not this is actually properly Gate.io is is a different debate. But yeah, so I believe that would be a part of their liquidity, would be my understanding. For some reason, Token Sniffer and BSC Check, I believe, has picked that up as being a different address. So they say OX0OD07. Yeah, none of the addresses are named that, except for this one, which is the Gate.io one. Yeah, so we'll have a brief look at what BSC Check tells us. So burn tokens, 13%. That's why they hold 6%. 6% is because, so, what the heck? They said that they had 13% burn. Oh no, they burned 13 tokens. Oh, sorry guys, my bad. So buy tax and sell tax looking fine. Token owner, so the ownership is not being announced. We can see why that could possibly be a problem, but it's not such a bad problem, because you know, some of the best projects are probably not going to be renounced, to be honest. Other than if it's things like Shiba Inu, Bitcoin, and there might be some others. So it says that 94% of liquidities are locked, although it says 99% in total is actually burned or locked. But I'm a little bit hesitant to believe that, because keep in mind that this was done on the 28th of March. But yeah, so we'll have a look at some other things as well. So it has had prior similar token contracts. So token contracts may indicate a low quality token unless there exists an offering other than the token itself. Here are the other similar token contracts. What do you notice? It says, warning, the above tokens were flagged due to evidence of a bug, hack, or scam. So all of these have got similar have got a similar token contract to this one here. Now, when I have had a look at these few, I guess, token scanning websites, I haven't seen anything which really stands out to me as, oh, our money is being threatened, because they don't have anything. So they, from what I can see, they can't disable selling. They can't change the fees, and I don't know if they could mint new tokens. But I mean, even Moonarch, the only thing which Moonarch has actually picked up is that the burn has an only owner modifier, and so I can't see anything from what I can see where that seems to be a cause for concern or something sussy. So, you know, good news, bad news, bad news, like sheep. Yes. So the ownership has not been renounced, so there could be something hidden in the contract that could allow for these to be modified. But yes. So anyway, moving on. All other holders possess less than 5%, so we do know that one wallet possesses 6%. But remember, once again, that I believe that this is a part of liquidity for Gate.io. So I don't think that is a big threatening number. And keep in mind, Gate.io is a good boy. Do have a link in the description if you want to join it. I feel like I'm shilling my own stuff. So Token Sniffer says that out of the liquidity, 91% of the liquidity is locked on Unicrypt, and that is until the 20th of April 2022. Moonarch does say 92% here as well, and it does also mention ACE, so they did have a supply lock, but now they have, for some reason, Moonarch wrote this as 237%, which is definitely wrong. But it also says that is going to be doing it for 19 days as well. The token age is almost a year old, so almost happy birthday to it in another like 18 days. So the owner is there, the liquidity is there. We'll just have a brief look at the liquidity according to what PooCoin gives us, and it says that we have about $84,000, or technically 85,000, so something like that. Let's have a look at some Twitter stats. So it says that they have 98,000 followers, which is ginormous. It's a big amount. It's a real big amount. However, steadily over the last 30 days, they have been declining. They have lost 1,300 followers in the last 30 days. Now, what could this be due to? Not entirely sure. However, there are two things which sort of stand out to me. So I have gone through a bunch of their posts and everything. Things which stand out to me, number one, is that there are two posts which I believe that they are going to be utilizing the Smaug NFT thing to be able to promote this to some extent. So it's proud to announce a partnership with Realms of ETH. Realms of ETH apparently is a very bad project. They say to not do anything with Realms of ETH. Yes. Well, I mean, I say they. But I mean, if you want to find out, go to this person's Twitter. REITScam_BMG. You guys can have a read of that post. I'm not going to be reading that out to you guys. But yeah, the more you know, right? Feel free to message them, ask questions. And another one is this one, Supernovaverse. Now, I didn't see anything calling these guys out for scams. However, these particular comments, this is definitely going to be huge. And then they tag a bunch of people, nice project. And then we'll see something similar if we scroll up a little bit more. Crud, it wasn't this one. Sorry, there was something along the lines of this where we've had these sort of similar comments, and so somebody has gone and purchased a bunch of bot comments to be able to, I guess, promote their project. And I believe that it is the Supernova one. If it's not the Supernova one, I apologize, Supernova. I'm throwing you under the bus for no reason. But I do remember seeing it on one of the posts, and I was like, oh boy, that is a sussy time. So Smaugs NFT. So remember, they were released, I guess, officially on the 19th. Or the actual token contract was released, and I'm pretty sure they probably wouldn't have had their IDO until April 20. Oh, yeah, so that's probably when they actually had their IDO. As you can see, they've sort of had a few moments here and there, a few hills and above, and then according to these 90 days, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we've got with that jazz. We'll have a look at their website briefly. So as far as I can see, the website definitely works. It's pretty cool. They talk about this. Now, here's one thing I really want to show you guys. So it says world's first AI-powered marketplace. And here is what stands out to me, right? Wherever I can find it, it is... Oh, gosh, I can't see it. Sorry, here it is. So this is their white paper. Now, I want you guys to just bear in mind this little bit of jazz, right? So this was done on... so September? No, July or June? I think that's July, 6th of June, I believe. So this was done on the 29th of July, right? So it says Smaugs white paper, world's first AI-powered NFT marketplace. But you want to know what's funky? I can't find anything. So if I go Control F and I type in the word AI, we come up with 24 results. But what are all these results? Details, daily, fairer, daily, claim, chain, fair, pairing, gain. You see, yeah, it's got like a bunch of things, right? But none of these are AI. None of these, except for that first thing, right? I don't see anything which tells us that this is actually like, that this is actually properly AI. Although we can see a little bit here. NFT can be used to cause an artificial, so that's scarcity, third parties, and our biggest difference to other NFT marketplaces is that we offer artificial intelligence assisted systems that will make it easier for you to create your artworks. So I mean, like, so I guess it is AI powered NFTs, but is it really? I don't know, man. In addition to these features, we also develop applications where you can create new works of art using artificial intelligence techniques. So honestly, I'm kind of a little bit half and half really, as to whether or not it is actually properly like AI made NFTs, like AI powered. I don't know, I feel like they're sort of like spreading that term loose. But you know, maybe there's other projects which are also doing the same thing, but these guys claim to be the world's first in doing it. So this is the distribution details. So distribution details say, you guys can have a read of that. Yeah, we're just going to do a pause, unpause thing. As you can see, there's not really anything which is like crazy concerning. I mean, team is kind of the same as development, so that's about 25%. And governance, I mean, are these guys intended to be a DAO? Possibly to some extent. So I mean, 25%'s not horrible. It's not the best, but it's not that bad. Yeah. I also don't think that these guys have officially been doxed neither. This is their roadmap as well, by the way. So from what I could see, they do seem to have things pretty well done. I don't know if they actually have an Avalanche/Polygon bridge yet. Yeah, so Launchpad, Avalanche. Oh, I think that they may have the Launchpad up to some extent. Yeah, but that's a little bit of that jazz. Cool. I also couldn't find a YouTube channel for these guys. I couldn't see any interviews, any AMAs or anything. So, let's jump to the last part of the video, which everybody loves to enjoy. Crud, why did I put March? This month is April. So sorry everybody who watched my video from yesterday where it says March there. That is incorrect, it is April. So functional and clean website. Website looks fine, website looks clean, functional. One thing about the marketplace is that it's not very big. For a project which has been around for about a year, I'm surprised why I haven't really seen, like, it doesn't seem like there's really much sales going on. So yeah. Also, forgot to mention that this is their Medium as well. One thing I do like is that they are trying to keep up to date on their Medium, which is cool. It looks like they only really post stuff maybe like every few weeks. I mean, this one went from August to November, and then so it went from November to then February. So it's kind of like a bit on and off, but that's okay. I believe that these guys are naturally Turkish as well, just as another interesting fact. Has also been certified by Certic as well, and another comment about that, they didn't find anything sussy neither. Like, Certic was pretty fine with everything as well. So, you know, there are definitely some good things about these guys. So let's give a brief overview of some of the extra bits of jazz. So functional and clean website, definitely functional, definitely clean, definitely works. I'm pretty happy about it, to be honest. I think that it's a pretty good time. Although one thing which does annoy me is that their partners and sponsors, you can't click on them. It would be nice if we could have proof of the actual partnerships and sponsorships. Same with exchanges. Please add some links. Hyperlink us, baby girl. They've also got some other things down the bottom, which is cool. And also, it doesn't mention anything about a DAO, which is interesting because, like, governance usually comes alongside with DAOs, but, you know, what do we know? It's functional and clean website/media. One thing which is a bit annoying is that, no, actually, no, I'm not going to comment on that. Cool. I'm going to give them a 5 because of the lack of information. I mean, I didn't even think that, did they actually have, they did actually have a white paper here. So yeah, I just feel like we could possibly have a bit more information on the actual website itself instead of directing us to PDFs. Yes. But that's me being a little bit harsh, probably. But I'm going to accept it. Any threatening big boy holders, dude, these guys are some of the best, man. I'm going to give them like a 10, like, they are really impressive. Control plus V paid bot comments. This is a bit half and half, because some of them, I think that like they were paid bot comments, but by specific companies. or by those specific other projects which are being launched through SMAUGS NFTs or something along those lines when I saw them on Twitter. So I'm gonna give them about a 7-ish, because I mean, first of all, why would they want to be promoting something which is being called out as a scam already? So anyway, is the coin slash distribution fair? It looks pretty fair. Remember when we actually did have a brief look at that white paper? We'll just briefly jump over to it. Is that yeah, I mean, according to these stats, I mean, like, they're pretty fine, to be honest. Like, they're not really, like, they're okay. Yeah, I feel like public sale could be a little bit bigger. But everything else seems like fine. I mean, yeah. And it says 20% 1 year lock. I mean, yeah, marketing and partnership. Do they actually have a lot? One other thing which I think is really cool, by the way, is that they do actually have a bunch of contracts alongside all of these things. So I think that's really awesome, especially because this is actually locked into a smart contract, from what I can see. And I mean, that's 61% of everything. So yeah, so I think that's actually pretty good for them to be getting a 9 out of that. Solid roadmap. I'm gonna give them about a 2 for their roadmap. It was on a pretty ugly page. I reckon that they could have done it better. Other things is that, like, when I click, it literally zooms in so heavily, and it just doesn't feel like there's anything wild exciting coming up. I mean, like, mainnet research, NFT marketplace, Avalanche, like, I don't know, it just, for something which claims to be the world's first AI powered marketplace, like, I want to like hear about how the technology works. How does it work, dude? Tell us that jazz. So yeah, give that about 2. Trusted centralized exchanges indexes. There are a bunch of ones which this is launched on, so I'm going to give this about an 8, because it's actually got a bunch of exchanges. So it's got Gate.io, Mexi, it's got Probit, I believe, yeah, so it's also got Hotbit as well. So I mean, they're not like wild trusted exchanges. Actually, let's drop it down to a 7, because they're not like FTX or Binance or KuCoin, but they are definitely more up there than others. No docs team, no team AMAs, do not know any team experience. And the partnerships, I'm going to take that as not applicable, because I haven't gone to confirm those partnerships, whether or not they are actually legit. And even if they are legit, I mean, I don't really recognize too many of these names. I mean, Certic, we know that, Ape Tools, Chainlink, Atompad, probably any swap. I mean, you guys might recognize some of these names, so yes, there are recognizable names. But yeah, I just sort of think that they're not exactly the most, I don't know, renowned partnerships, like the most trustworthy things. I mean, yeah, but it's also partners and sponsors, so they would have probably had some sort of sponsorships as well, which was done with them. So the overall review with this is a 43 out of 90, and it's got a 2.5 star, so it's better than a bunch of my other 2 stars. But anyway, guys, that is my video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, read that little black box down the bottom, or rewind back to the start of the video. Once again, do the all liking and subscribing. And if you do want to request, please consider becoming an advocate, because I will probably not make a video. Oh, sorry guys, that peak there. I will probably not make a video if you are not an advocate, if you request it just in my comment section. So yeah, anyway folks, that is me. Much love, thank you very much for watching. Tell me if you guys do prefer the fact that this video was 10 to 20 minutes long. It does feel rushed, but please let me know what you think. I'd love maybe some artistic points of view, because yeah, I try to make sure to squeeze it all within that 10 to 20 minute mark. So anyway, much love guys, fare thee well.